Russia unleashed powerful strikes once again, targeting energy infrastructure across Ukraine. Ukrainian officials say at least 3 people were killed in overnight Russian strikes that hit residential buildings in the eastern city of Kramatorsk. In Ukraine's southern city of Kherson, 8 women sustained injuries, according to regional officials. This is the video released by the State Emergency Service showing a firefighter attempting to extinguish the blaze. Along with Sloviansk, Kramatorsk is one of 2 major cities that Ukraine still controls in the eastern Donetsk region. The 2 are considered stronghold cities that are essential to Ukraine's defenses in Donetsk. According to Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky, over 400 drones and about 40 missiles were launched by the Russian forces overnight. The damage has forced Ukrainian nuclear power plants to reduce electricity generation. The attacks have left more than 1,000 apartment buildings without heat in freezing temperatures in the capital, Kyiv.
The Russians struck, among other things, at facilities on which the operation of nuclear power plants depends, and this is a danger for Ukraine, for our entire region, and for Europe. Today, the units of our Ukrainian nuclear power plants reduced generation, 1 unit automatically shut down. This is a level of strikes that no terrorist in the world has ever allowed themselves.
The president described the strikes as another massive attack carried out despite ongoing diplomatic efforts at multiple levels. The strikes come in the same week when Russian and Ukrainian officials held US-mediated talks in Abu Dhabi aimed at striking a deal to end the 4-year-long war. The Russian Defense Ministry reported that its forces had launched large-scale strikes on Ukraine's military, energy and transportation infrastructure. The ministry said it used high-precision weapons, including Kinzhal hypersonic missiles, and all intended targets were successfully hit. Throughout this winter, Russia has relentlessly targeted Ukraine, hitting the country's power grid and hitting facilities. Millions of people in Kyiv and other cities have struggled with electricity or heating outages as unusually bitter cold has gripped the country for weeks. State-run oil and gas company Naftogaz says that Russia targeted its facilities in the eastern Poltava region overnight. Now, according to Ukrainian Minister of Energy, 2 thermal power stations in Ukraine's western regions were hit. Electricity distribution lines were also targeted. Kyiv and Moscow concluded 2 days of US-brokered talks in Abu Dhabi this week. However, there were no major breakthroughs. That signals how difficult it is to bring a nearly 4-year-old war to an end. Ukrainian and Russian negotiators are now set to meet for a new round of talks in the US next week.